multi-level games is. Woohoo!
So let's do what Mario's doing and dive on in. Hey guys and girls, I'm Arveznoki and welcome to another Wumbo Weekend. Last weekend it was Super Mario Strikers, and in this episode we are doing Mario Strikers Charge Football, the sequel to this game. So let's just, I guess, watch this intro and we'll get started in a bit. Boosh. And Mario Strikers Charge Football. Once again, like the prequel to this game, one of my childhood games, kind of somewhat, and my Wii remote, please work. Thank you. So let's just start up a Road to Strikers Cup. Yeah, let's start a new cup, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I don't remember what I was doing before this anyway. So, going into it, let's choose a captain. There are definitely a lot more captains than before. There's a few changes that went into this game for the sequel, and I like almost all of these changes. So my captain, I'm going to choose... I should have planned this better. I will go with... I'll go with Donkey Kong, who is a power type character. So you actually have types of characters this time. So you have power, defense, offense, etc, etc. You have balance, of course, and you can actually choose your different sidekicks, and they all have different like special abilities, etc, etc. So I'm gonna choose, well, Dryboden's actually in defense already. I'm gonna choose Toad, who is Playmaker. I'm gonna have another offensive dude and a defensive dude. Actually, I might change that into, let's see, I change that into Koopa, who is a balanced player as well. So I have Drybones, who is offensive in the fence. I have Toad, who is a Playmaker, and I also have Koopa, who is a balanced character, and of course Donkey Kong up front, who is a powered character. Let's do normal, and let's get on into it. Can Donkey Kong be tamed? Probably not. Okay, whatever, let's just skip all that. And we're playing just for the first cup. We're playing for the Fire Cup. So, it's like before, we have a few characters that we need to beat. Obviously, we get points for each match, similar to actual league football or soccer, and we pretty much have to be rank 1 if we want to go into semi-finals and then the finals. Now, I've played through this game a few times in the past, as you could probably tell, because I have most of the characters. That being said, I can never get that final character, who is PD Piranha, who you get from defeating the final the final cup. Because this is one of the only games I've never really completed, because I just found the last cup to be really hard to do. It really was really hard to do. Anyway, going into some of the new things into this game. As you can see, the ball actually has a colour somewhat to it. So it was like purple there, or pink here, and before then it was like red, like it is now. And before, when I scored that goal, it was at like yellow. You can actually make the colour change of the ball as you pass it around or as you shoot. Because, and there are a few, like, of course, advantages to this. I mean, obviously, as the ball goes to white, the shot power goes up, etc., etc. There are also some characters who can do things with, of course, with certain colors of the ball. Jeez, what I'm trying to say. So, like the defensive characters, like Dry Bones. Dry Bones has this taunt, like all of the characters, this little rolling thing, and if it actually, and as the ball increases in color, his distance actually increases, and this can be a valid tactic to actually score a goal. So there's a lot more strategy going into this game than it was before. Obviously we have the really crazy stages once again, and what I did right there was something only to the side characters of the game. They now have a power shot similar to, and unique to them, similar to the captains. Apart from the captains, of course, they have that like super strike ability instead. So I just showed off both Dry Bones and well, all three of my sidekicks power strikes right there. So we had Toad with his fire attack and Dry Bones with his electricity, etc., etc. And like I said, I really, how did that not go in? Freaking. I was about to say golf. Oh, jeez, football. So yeah. Anyway, as you can, like I said before, different players have different taunts. Like this is Toad's taunt, that was. And if you're like an offensive character, like Donkey Kong is or Birdo is, they'll do one that will actually physically hit any opponents that actually come near you, which is nice. Anyway, that was the first game, and obviously that was the only goal. So we got that to us. We've got a bit of a status kind of thing. We've got ball possession, mega strike, goals, steals, hits, etc., etc. And let's keep on going. Now, like I said, I really like the improvements that they made into this game. I think that it kind of makes the game a lot fairer. Obviously, you still have tackles, you still have like big hits, which are pretty much actual American football tackles, and etc., etc. You obviously have your items still there that I don't actually remember how to use. I think it's Z or C. And yeah. And finally, we also have our super strikes still left. Super strikes in this game, they're different in that you can do up to 6 balls. 3 to 6 balls can be sent to the goalkeeper at differing speeds. Obviously, orange on each one is the best. Orange speed is the fastest. And what I really like about this game is that they actually made this a lot more fairer. They made super strikes a lot fairer in that you can actually combat that. If you actually get a super strike used against you, you can take control of the character, of the goalkeeper, and you can potentially block all of the strikes against you. That means that this is a lot more fairer, and I must say, I welcome this a lot. Because I felt as though super strikes in the first game were an unwelcome, well, not an unwelcome, but like an unfair kind of thing. Anyway, Once again, obviously going into, I guess, the classes. I haven't gone into classes yet. Offensive and power, they obviously are power oriented, so they're better at shooting, like Donkey Kong here. Balance, they're good in defense, good in attack, they can do pretty much anything. Playmakers and defense, they're better at defense, of course, and passing, getting the play up into the field for a shot. So yeah, they're usually also a lot more speedier, so they're better at getting balls than, wow, eloquently said. But they are, well, faster at getting to the ball than other players. And God, I can't get a shot in, jeez. Even though I am leading like 4-0. Crap. Anyway, well, goalkeeper just killed that guy anyway. I'm gonna take control of Toad, fire it, go to some other guy, and that should go in. 5-0. We are absolutely destroying this guy. But then again, this is the Fire Cup, the first cup of the game, so you can't exactly expect the difficulty to, you know, increase too much. And it does. In the upcoming cups, it increases a lot. I love that. Yeah, the difficulty in this game, I don't particularly like. Anyway, I'm just gonna do that, and another goal. Yeah, I should probably, you know, give him some chances, because I am dominating this field. Or not. So let's just pass up to this guy. Let's do a chip. Just cause. Anyway, and once again, we are back into position. Obviously, you can change your player with A, etc, etc. And I haven't yet actually used any of my items. What is it? It's C. It's C, it's not Z, it's C. I know it was on the nunchuck. That's something, I guess I could say. And that was actually a bit dangerous right there. At white power. Ugh. No. Intercept. Okay, so let's build up back up to power. Like that. And let's get a shot in. Obviously you can build up power by the shot button as well. And we are at 9-0. Yeah. So like I said, I like a lot of the improvements that they did in this game. So let's just get on like actually playing, because I've pretty much like explained everything that I can, which is nil about this game compared to the prequel. But anyway, we won 9-0. We rock, yeah. They got more ball possession than us, even though, but whatever. Okay, let's go on to the next match. After this thing loads. There we go. And we are up against Diddy Kong. So, let's get going. Diddy Kong is one of the actual unlockable characters. The other unlockable character is, that I at least have, is Baby Bowser. Or Bowser Jr. or whatever. And of course the final one is PD Piranha. I don't have PD Piranha, but I know that he's a power player? So yeah. Anyway, another thing that I like about this game are the stadiums. They actually kept a few of the old stadiums from the first game. They actually remade some of them, which I must say I really like. We're actually on one of them now, Pipeline Central, and that was actually one of my favorite ones in the prequel to this game. Jeez, that sucked. Okay, let's pass to another guy. And let's do a power strike, because why not? Wait, how did Diddy Kong not get that? Not Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong. Anyway, we still scored a goal by Toad's really bad shot power. That's great. But to be honest, that ball was up yellow. Not yellow, but white, so I don't really blame it. Let's get that ball off that dry bones. Or off this guy. do it to DK, who scores. Yeah, DK. Now, another thing that's new in this game that I actually did forget to talk about is that characters or captains have specific items that they can actually use, like character-specific items. So, for example, Donkey Kong might have the ability to get his item. I haven't got it yet, and his pretty much does like a widespread, almost thunder strike against the stadium that knocks like players out, and that can change the course of the whole game. That can lead you up into power strikes, super strikes, and of course you have, when you're in a super strike, you have the ability to get 6 goals. So yeah, that can really turn the game around. Apart from that, normal items, they're fine, whatever. Like I just did there, I just dropped about 5 bombs on that one guy. Sorry, man. Anyway, let's do this again. Who have I got here? I have Koopa. I can't really tell the difference between Dry Bones and Koopa sometimes, because obviously Dry Bones is a skeletal kind of version of Koopa. So yeah, that can somewhat throw me for a loop sometimes. That's why maybe it's best if you play as... If you're going to have Dry Bones on your team, then I'll probably say play as Shy Guy if you want a balanced character. So let's go here. Apart from that, I will say that I would always have a defensive character on the team at least, because the one thing that I really like doing is that. Literally, building up the power of the ball, and then getting my defensive character in there and teleporting into the goal. That is one of the easiest and cheapest ways to get a goal. It is just awesome. I don't know why I chipped that, to be honest. Let's go for an actual shot. And for a shot. And there we go. 8-0. And we are actually destroying this game. We are literally rolling. Let's see. Oh! Diddy Kong got his character item right there. As you can see, in his... Yeah, that is what his character thing is red card. And pretty much now that that's been used, Donkey Kong will be out of the game for a few seconds. Which sucks, because he was my only offensive character, so I am somewhat screwed here. Oh wait, he's back. So yeah, only for a few seconds, but so that can mean a difference. And if you use it properly, then you can actually warp up almost about at least half of the opponent's team. So that can be pretty devastating. Anyway, I won once again, and ball possession was his again. I don't see why. But I did get 24 steals to 0, so whatever. Anyway, pretty much the end results don't really mean nothing. They're just an interesting tidbit if you wanted to see it. Anyway, moving on to the next match. And I must say that I probably will end up having to split this one into 2. So you get into episodes or 2 parts instead of the usual one. Anyway, Donkey Kong is holding spot at the top of the group. DK smashing opponents with raw power. And you know, whatever. Anyway, we are now refacing Bowser Jr. once again, and I think we still have enough time to play this one match. So let's do it. Okay, round 4 out of 6, and we're playing at the dump. And I must say that I don't like the dump. I don't, because it is one of those stages where I'm pretty sure it actually does slow you down, or I don't know if it actually slows down the characters, because they seem to be running at normal speed, but it definitely slows down the ball. So on this stage, it's probably better if you do aerial passes instead of ground passes. As you can see, that that kind of like slow down the ball really like major league slowed down the ball right there. So yeah, anyway, we got our first goal as I hit my Wii remote center bar. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Oh god. Oh, what the? Oh, crap. Bad news. Bad news. Bowser Jr. has his... Yeah, Sonic Roar. He has his character thing right there. And that makes the characters smaller, pretty much. I think it like halves defense and attack power and stuff like that, which somewhat sucks, obviously. Can I not take it? There we go. Okay, let's take that, give it to that guy, and I wasn't aiming to do that, but whatever. It didn't really work anyway because of the blue shell. So let's get this guy and take it to Donkey Kong, who missed. Well, who didn't miss, but Gino just got blocked. On here, of course, because of the field is like really slows down the ball, I would say that playmakers and the fence users, they should probably stay near the back, because out of power strikes that they do, their attacks obviously aren't going to be powerful enough to do anything. I say that as I shoot with Dry Bowser. Not Dry Bowser, Dry Bones. By the way, Bowser is actually a playable character in this game, so you won't actually get random Bowser strikes, which I must say is once again an improvement. I did not like the Bowser strikes in the other game. So yeah. Why did I pass a Toad? Might as well have just shot with Dry Bones. Ugh. Anyway, let's just... That's Dry Bones again, isn't it? That's back into my half. One thing that they didn't fix in this game, however, is that you can only strike in the opponent's half. I don't know why they did that, because if they didn't, then with all the power strikes and stuff, it would just be way too overpowered. So yeah, I can see logic behind it, and because of that, I don't actually know why I'm complaining about that anymore. Anyway, we got two goals to 0, and the match is pretty much all but over. And it is over. 2-0. DK wins 2-0, and we defeated Bowser Jr. Let's just skip all the match highlights, even though I do like that they kept the match highlights. Ball possession was in Bowser Jr.'s favor once again. And let me just put my Wii Remote sensor bar back on here. And let's go on to next match. Or should I say the next match in the next part? Because we're out of time. Thank you so much for watching this part of Mario Strikers Charge Football. I hopefully see you guys once again for part 2 of Mario Strikers Charge Football, where we'll be taking on Waluigi once again.